We must hit the button right now. You understand why, right?
Yes, I do. Good morning.
Good morning. It's 37 degrees over here in the morning. Well, how is your weather? Let's start with the weather.
Oh, well, yesterday afternoon on the bike it was 37 also. So I'm inside now, but I guess it's the same. There is another heat wave.
Yeah, they
Um,
call it anticyclone. And then the weather from Africa is covering this part of Italy. And
but
the western, the Netherlands, Germany, northern
yes.
France, and the weather system of Africa, they are like at this moment, end of August, they are
Uh-huh.
battling. And
Yeah,
sometimes you get the heat, and sometimes you get the rain, and so it goes
yeah,
like from
because
left to right.
exactly 1 week ago there was a massive storm here with my gate almost
Yeah,
flying around.
same here.
Yes, and now yeah, it's very humid, incredible, um, and very hot. But I saw that in you say Netherlands. In Netherlands is a code yellow today.
Why?
So yeah, because of a rain and hail and wind and
Ah,
that kind of. So now there's a sort of a separation then in Europe.
I love separation.
And you don't, because it doesn't exist.
It's
But
made up. But that's why I hit the record button because yesterday I went for some new hardware to a city a little bit further away, bigger city, Sassari,
And you
together with
mean to
Juliet.
explain, you mean literally hardware, like a
Literally. Yeah,
laptop,
yeah.
a phone.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Like
yes,
like I gave this present to myself because I'm working more online and I'm creating the book, creating the platform. And now
yes.
I'm also making use of all other kinds of technologies, and it's like really opening up so much. And I was just tasty for more hardware power.
So you left, you say I went to another city, like you left the cocoon.
Yeah, the Farfalla Viola energy bubble,
Yes.
which is a lovely energy bubble.
Uh-huh.
And then we were in this restaurant in
Uh-huh.
Sassari, Juliet and I, and the conversation started with, my life is getting more surreal every day.
That
And then
asks for
Juliet said,
explanation.
"Well, what do you mean?" I said,
Yes.
"Well, we are so detached from how it's supposed to be. Like what you wear when you wake up, what you do, what you say, what you think, what you eat, when you sleep, what you eat. It's like everything is open." And then you said something that I really liked.
I said, well, yes, when you're like this, everything becomes fluid. Because I recognize, of course, you gave an example about that your wife and daughter went to a shop, and Juliet looked at the pants, and your daughter said, "Well, you cannot wear this like in Amsterdam. It's not fitting the whatever the design police rules." Um, and when you are, and I said to you that I just saw in the news that the King of Norway died, and so when you are in this fluid state in this you say surreal, which is also interesting because what is real and what is surreal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm,
Well, that's why the word came up, because reality is kind of, and then let's combine those two insights from you and from me. Reality becomes fluid,
yes,
like big time.
yes, I was thinking how to give words, but because in like everything you can even see it moving. it's like a fluid, like water, of course. You on the wave, you surf from reality to reality, and you can decide where you want to be for that moment, or it's
Yeah, and I'm creating all this content together with the crystal butterfly and the crystal dragon, and they are really sitting behind me, and then I lean back, and I'm not really talking to them, but we are kind of bonding, and
uh-huh.
then you get in this flow, and with all the technology around, I'm not really typing stuff, but I'm just talking. I'm so
Yes.
I'm creating this voice. I'm creating all this material in English because the English
Hmm.
language is I think the language that I speak with all the other worlds. But that's also because most of my teachers delivered their stuff in the English language
Hmm.
if they are from this world. So yeah. And then I think, no, 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 no. I have to sit a few hours at the root of a tree because then I get the answer.
And you can just do it, and
Yeah.
nobody is saying anything or telling you that it's weird or that you should do something or go to work or whatever. Since you already do work, it would be funny. But yeah, so it's not that you completely detach from society, but all the rules or things that society is thinking it should be or created the rules,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's all kind of disappearing.
Yeah.
And
And
but
also
not.
appearing because that's how the conversation followed through. I'm cleaning up my whole database. So
Hmm.
I'm reconnecting to people like it goes back like more than 20 years ago.
Yes.
And you get answers from these people, but the moment that I find them in my address book, I tune in.
Hmm.
So it's not like I'm using software or AI or something to just and I drop all these email addresses and then the computer is sending stuff. No, no, no. I'm
No.
I'm making a personal email to everyone.
Yes, I know. Yes.
And there's so much happening inside because I go back to what I called my old lives. Like that there for example, there was a lady and she replied, yeah, yeah, I really miss the time that we had on the when our kids were on school. Like we gathered around the school to pick up the kids, and our kids played with her daughter, and so there was all this interaction. And she says,
Uh-huh.
I'm really missing that because it's also a kind of community. And then I'm just like super duper warped into that time zone. And I'm really there, and and all these conversations come up, and I see myself walking through the hallways of that school, or that we had to do the hairs of the children because they were full of lice,
Oh, yes.
and all these things are just like,
Boom. Yes.
and my fears and the people that I envied and the joy and the pain that I had in my body back then, and it all goes like,
Which
wow,
actually is proof that there is no past or no future because it's all in this moment. You also, it's almost like proof there is no time, and because you can
yeah,
just step into it like it is now.
yeah. And there was also another guy, and he a lot of people are answering so genuine, so clear.
Hmm.
Like, yes, of course, because my first sentence is when it's really back in time, do you remember my name?
Yes.
That's the first sentence, and then a whole different conversation starts up. And then I also ask them if they are interested in things that I'm building, if they want to know something more about it. And he
Mhm.
says, "Of course I know your name because you were our social media guru." That was 2012, you know. And then I
Yes.
started a company on the lead of another guy, and he was also involved, and I created the practical guide to become a social media manager. So I created a whole training to become a social media manager.
Uh-huh.
And nobody thought that social media would have any impact on
Oh,
business. So then I'm warped back, and then I get this label of social media guru, you know?
yes, and you're back in that time.
It's and I see myself standing, and we had all these gadgets, and wow.
But this is a pure magic because, even Albert Einstein is supposed to be somebody really into um how you say creating proof for everything, says that time is an illusion. So this is proof it is.
Yeah.
Because you can go back, forward. You can go not even back, you can go to that moment
Yeah,
like this.
and at the same time, my nights shift,
Okay.
because
Wow.
this whole realm
Yes.
where I get triggered into, it's still like echoing in my nighttime.
Mm-hmm. So what is shifting? Are you mean you sleep less and are more awake in the night? Because that's also a different thing to define.
The topics.
In your
Like
dreams.
a long time ago, my nighttime is my travel time,
Uh-huh.
and I'm quite okay with managing like rest and traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And the traveling part is like going crazy.
Crazy. Like you go everywhere you were not in a long time.
Yeah, and like sometimes horrible things happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thrown back into this old feelings and frequencies, and because I also remember like I really thought that I knew how the world was working, you know, back then.
But now when you look at it from the perspectives you have now,
I
it's
didn't know
probably totally
anything.
no, exactly. But then, in 10 years, although time doesn't really exist, but in 10 years from now, maybe it's the same. You think, oh my God,
I'm
back then
sure.
in that
Yeah,
podcast,
but
I thought
that's the freaky part of it, you know?
yes.
That
But
like
it's not even years. It's sometimes when you look back 1 week, you think, what? If I would have known that 1 week ago, it goes very fast.
yeah, and that's it. So time is shifting, energy is shifting, state of mind is shifting, the energy around me is shifting. Like I was like so irritated. I was irritating myself on everything. And
A little
it's
back,
just
you.
no, just an evening last week. There was just
Ah,
an evening I was like, I'm so irritated. Don't
okay.
come near to me because I'm really pissed off.
Arr.
And it just happens.
You mean also this, the fact to be irritated for one evening.
Yeah. And then the next morning I'm like, what?
So
What
that's also
happened?
part of surreal
Yeah,
reality
yeah.
shifting.
Being so aware of being irritated,
Hmm.
no gateway for stepping out. I've got I'm doing it a little bit more decent than before. Like I can dance a little bit more with it. Don't tell the people around me this sentence.
Uh-huh. I will.
And it will, and it's always shorter. It's always like then I pop out of it, and in this particular example, it was the next morning,
Hmm.
and I'm really like, what?
But then what is this the value, the sense of having irritation like this? Because it's also usually a leakage for energy.
Well, I got a very interesting answer to that question.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh my God. This is so
And
annoying.
that's perfectly fine because there's more energy leakage when I try to find out why, how, whoop, 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 whoop. It just
Ah,
happens.
okay. So you say it's just okay. You don't have to change it or to try to not let it happen because it's nicer to be not frustrated.
And the
No,
inside, if needed, the inside will come anyway.
in the time, in the moment that is supposed to arrive.
Yeah.
So be okay with everything. Again, and then we come back to, you know, that realities become fluid. Then also you have to be fluid, obviously, and be not only flexible, but be the flow. Yes. And I liked when you said before that because I recognize that when you are in the I say the cocoon of 𝗪𝗹 because it's funny, you know, cocoon, caterpillar, butterfly, but like the energy bubble, things are very different. And then when you step into the real, it's not the real. In the other world, like you went to this busy business center and everything, it's also it can be overwhelming, but also many times it's like I'm wondered, like, whoa, what's all happening here? It's really we said many times before, but it's really like the movie of the Matrix. I have so many times I have flashbacks to that because it's really like you observe a matrix, um, which also feels surreal. So that's why I don't know what is surreal and what is real anymore because
Yeah, I relate totally to that because it was a very busy shop,
yes,
probably rush hour because it was really, and there are not so many people that can support you. It's not like a shop
ah,
where you can just take the computer and go to the cash register and pay for it. But
okay,
somebody first has to like serve you,
yes,
and then so there were a lot of people before me,
so you have to wait.
and I was just standing at this desk, like in the middle of all the computers, and I was standing there. And before I did the same because I bought a new phone and a new laptop, and so I started with the phone, but I decided to buy a demo one. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
Dutch, I got like really big discount on it, and it looked like really new. So I bought it, but
Yeah.
then the people there have to like erase it
Ah,
because it
yes,
is in a demo mode.
yes.
And I saw that she was using ChatGPT to
Find out how
to
to do
do
it.
that. So I said to Juliet, if you stay here, because we were both in the shop, I already go to the computer department. Because I saw this guy was working with people and there were other people like walking and they wanted to talk to him, but this guy was really like totally focused on the person, on the people that he was helping, and the other people didn't exist in his world.
Yes,
Perfect. But the
yes.
people who didn't exist in his world were not like really perfect, you know? They were like "Wah, wah," and looking at each other and and I was just like, let's enjoy this time because waiting time is training time.
Training time.
So what I'm
Exactly.
going to train, I'm going to train to observe. And I had a beautiful time because people are they walk different and they look at each other and they do all these kinds of actions that they think that the system will speed up, but
Yes.
it doesn't
It
really
doesn't.
speed up, and their whole system is like getting more in overload. And then people were helped, and then they first had to pay, and then they came back with the receipt, and
Eat,
then
and
this
then you get,
guy put,
yes.
but there were like, this is Italy, so they have to put stamps on everything. So it took a long time, and then people are like,
Yeah,
I was
that.
just waiting and waiting and waiting because I know that's the beauty of it. I also observed that one. People were like sometimes going crazy, but
Mhm.
nobody stepped up in line. So it's not like
Okay.
I was here first and you were not
No.
here first, you know?
Okay.
I also observed that was my observation, like totally in the beginning. I was like, okay, I can just stand here. I don't
Yes.
have to take my
My
position
spot in the line, literally.
because
No.
that's really honored. It was
Okay.
beautiful to see. And
Yes.
uh, and so I knew that the moment would arrive.
Yes.
And then the guy walked away. I think he went for a sandwich or a pee or whatever because he was away for 15 minutes and people were like,
Yes.
I was just waiting.
Yes.
Maybe there's another guy coming or the same guy. And then the same guy came back. He looked better. Um, and then he helped someone else. And then he did the receipt. So the people that paid. And then it was my turn. So he turns around, looks me totally like fully in the eyes. He's really connecting with me. He said in Italian, how can I help you?
Yes.
And I said, I want to buy that computer in that color. He said, that's fine. Let's do that. So he takes his computer and he makes the order and he gets the computer and he gives it to me. And he wraps something around it that when you steal it, everything goes
Yes.
into woo woo woo. They took a lot of time to get it off at the cash register. And then I went to the to the cash
Yes.
and I paid and we have a business here, so we also want to have an invoice. And sometimes people they are like because they have to fill in a lot of things. And this
Yes.
lady was like, no, it's totally fine. And I will put all these details in. And then Juliet came back because finally the phone was cleared and she paid for the
Yes.
phone. And I said, did you make an invoice? No, I forgot to make an invoice. Oh, this lady said, no problem.
We
That's
make
just a few
sure.
minutes ago. I will redo everything and you will get the invoice. And that was kind of proof,
Yes.
all in the end, that when you just stay calm
Yeah. Everything around you comes down to.
and like in the end, we were so well served. This lady was so open, so friendly, and yeah, it was yeah a real nice
Experience.
experience.
Yes. Yes.
And then
So
it's really surreal because all these other people, if I'm sure when they have to give a review on Google or something, they would give like a minus.
yes, and also probably because maybe they had to go back to work or they had the meetings or to go pick up something kids from school or they're probably full in programs because it's not really common yet to be so free as you are and as I am, that it really does not matter if you stay in the job for 1 hour or 3 hours.
And
No,
lots of times, yeah, yeah, you got a real interesting point there. Like most of the times, I've got the time.
yes, but that's changing everything. Because I mean, for example, I had noticed myself yesterday that I wanted to go for a bike, but then a lot of things happened, and I got phone calls to arrange things for my trip back to Gran Canaria in 2 months. And I thought, oh, but I want this to be arranged. So I just start doing all of that and have the phone calls, and then I start my bike ride 3 hours later. Then I thought, then I wanted. Then it was like 12:30, which in this weather, okay, not the most ideal moment. Then I had made a route about like 70 kilometer, and but I stopped in some a bar halfway because it was too hot. And then another cyclist came, and he was English, so we started talking, and we talked 1.5 hours. And then I thought, Now I just go back because I'm not gonna do the 70 kilometers anymore because this is make no sense. It's I'm dying anyway in the sauna. So then I go back and continue doing things. And then I had some flashback like you to not very long time ago when my schedule was ding, 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 ding.
Rigid.
It would not have been possible at all because no, I have 5 minutes and then I have to do this. I have to go there. I have to you call me back because then I'm in the car and maybe I have time because half an hour to my next appointment. Oh my God. And not to I mean I'm very grateful for this life and I know for it's not very common to have it like this, but it feels so different. Because all of your nervous system and everything, now I realize when stepping back in those moments how loaded everything was, like of charged, I don't know, with
Yep. Yep.
it's literally and it feels totally different to be able to flow like you did in the shop and yesterday I did too and tried to do every day. It's totally different, and not only for your mind, your brain, your ego, everything we talked about last week, but also really for your human body.
Yeah, and,
Totally.
and don't get me wrong, right? It's like the phone I was looking for was it was possible, and I checked it on the internet that I
Yes.
could pick it up in the store. So that's why I
Yes.
said to Juliet, let's go there. Then I pick up everything all at once because like if you order something on the internet, it's a little bit more stuff on this island
Yes.
than it was back in the Netherlands. And it's all new for me, so I wanted to see it, touch it, feel it. And they said, yeah, no, that's no problem. We can order it, and then in 5 days it's here, and then you can pick it up. But
Yes.
I wanted to buy it there at the same moment that I was there. I didn't want to go back after 5 days.
No.
So the whole concept, like, I was really happy because I did all my research and I found the shop where everything was like to pick up. It
Uh,
was just only to be picked up when you ordered it and then pick up in 5 days
yes.
from now.
Yes.
And then I saw like in the money that I wanted to spend this demo phone. And I said, then I take this one. And then Juliet said, yeah, but it's a demo phone. Are you sure? Are you sure? And then this guy who was helping us, he was asked by other people and he did like 5 people at the same time. Like, wow.
Uh,
So he was all over the place. And don't get me wrong, then everything starts to talk in my system. Like, well, I'm not really properly served. The phone that I'm looking for is not here. So this must be a signal, this must be a sign. Like it's not
okay.
supposed to be. Like
Yes.
it's not going fluid, it's not going all at once, it's not attached. It's very busy here. There are people like really waiting for their turn or blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of messy store and this is like a big shop in a big town. This is not my habitat. Let's go home.
Okay, so your mind, your ego goes crazy. Okay.
And then I'm just sitting with it. Then I'm just feeling. Then I'm just going back to the middle of the middle of the middle. And there I didn't get a no.
So you stayed.
And it was like and I can still feel that like kind of you have to go through this. And then at the computer, they didn't have the one I wanted. So I bought a more expensive model just because it has more storage, but I don't need this storage.
Mm-hmm.
So there are two models,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to have the simple version and
Okay.
but they only had in stock
Yes.
at that moment
Okay.
the one
So
that was 100 euros more expensive.
mm-hmm. So you had to
Yeah,
buy
you
the one.
see, it's the wrong store, and it doesn't. All these things also happen, right? All at the
Uh-huh.
same time, and it's so interesting that when you just allow all these voices and all these things, and you just stay there and you just breathe and do your exercises and just monitor, just observe, then it's exactly the same frequency of all the people around me. And then I can get underneath it or
Mm-hmm.
above it, I don't know, out of it.
Yes.
And then I'm totally relaxed. And we had such a good time. And then people started to treat us like really fine.
So it always remains training.
Yeah, and also
That
that
doesn't
that's another
stop.
reason why I'm saying this. A lot of people are like, yeah, I have to do life more on intuition. And when I'm in a shop and I'm served really badly and I don't have the product that I'm looking for,
Mhm.
then it's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign that I'm not.
Ah, okay. But you say, what you actually say then is that you stay kind of on the surface level if you try to resolve it like this because you don't
Well,
go through it or in
if
it
if
or
if I
whatever.
look if I look at this example,
Uh,
first I resonate with all the people around me,
yes.
and then I'm using this upper spiritual knowledge of science to do exactly the same as all the people around me, because you can see that they don't like to wait, that they want to that the system is speeding up, but everything they do is like counterproductive.
Mm-hmm.
They breathe shallow, they say like really sharp things, like words are spells, and those spells are like not really helping for them in the world, you know? It's like really
Uh-huh.
bringing the energy down. And that's also just a step in the process, that you first resonate with it, and
Yes.
then there is this smart ego that like is using all your spiritual talents and exercises to make it like really loud that everything is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it just needs some time to step out of that frequency. And if it's really not needed to be there or to buy this stuff, it would
Mm-hmm.
not happen. Everything would
You,
be out of stock. You
you
know,
wouldn't,
it just
yes,
wouldn't be there.
you wouldn't have gone there anyway. So what you're saying is that the process of feeling everything and like going into through every frequency that you are in that moment, that is something that never stops, never ends. It's always going to be there. It's good to know. um, but also that when you do it, it brings always something beautiful for you and the world around you.
And my system is at ease. So
Yes.
after this, we went for dinner together. So this dinner would be a total different experience if I would like being fucked up in the store and like,
Yes.
get out of this. This is not where we used to be. I'm not going to buy anything here. Let's make a new plan. And we also have to eat now. That would be a different dinner.
Yes, totally. Also, the food would be very different, and the way the food process inside of you would be very different. And
And the food was good.
yeah, but that is we talked about this before because the food in Italy is just incredible. It's just this the I will miss so much when I live here someday. Yes, I
And I
agree.
had another insight
Oh.
about how things in, because this is like this, there's a sequence that we are
Mm-hmm.
talking about,
Uh-huh.
because I'm talking a lot with the crystal butterfly, and she told me something new. Lots of times I said, what do you think? Do you think that the caterpillar thinks he's dying, or that the caterpillar knows that he becomes a butterfly?
Very good question.
What does the caterpillar think?
Well, probably nothing, but I think to die, if she
Well,
thinks it all.
I was on the same track, and you just said something that opened another entrance. Like, he's probably not thinking. So if I'm in this realm of trying to find words that are only coming to me in frequencies and in energy. So then I understood from the crystal butterfly that indeed the caterpillar is not thinking. So yeah, it's a good example, like when you transmutate, like there is a kind of death struggle. You could find proof for all those things, but this energy is about intention. A caterpillar would never, ever, ever step into this cocoon if his intention was not to become a butterfly. Can you
And
feel the difference?
oh yes, because it's frequency, it's not words for sure. And I feel, and it goes together with the frequency intention, with the frequency of total trust, total confidence
Exactly. Exactly. Otherwise,
in,
this caterpillar would just keep
yeah,
on doing caterpillar things.
yes, because that's the world he knows.
And then
And
everybody is
it's
saying, "Yeah, but
secure.
you should create a cocoon." No, I'm not going to create a cocoon because then I'm going to die.
Maybe. Ah. But
Ah.
but the same when coming out of the cocoon. I mean, it's not that the butterfly is gonna think about, well, should I be able to fly or not? What is these new things I have now?
It
It just
spreads its wings
wings.
and
Exactly.
fly.
You know the same song. This is exactly the
Same
same.
thing, same thing.
Yeah.
It's about energy and intention and yeah. How can we grasp this into words? It's just
And into
knowing.
to integrate this in human
Hmm.
mm, life, human being, the state of human being. Because we have that thing here that we talked about last week that never stops talking.
And that's why it's so interesting that you just that I always believe those little sentences, especially when I can feel them.
Mhm.
Like, what do you think? The caterpillar, does he think? Well, maybe the caterpillar doesn't think. That's like such an important little sentence that most people miss because something inside of you already spotted the where it's not pure.
Yes,
Like
but
these
it's
dogs here. I always we put them in the cage in the night,
yes.
and they go in like yeah, we go into the cage. Ah, this is our cage. Oh, and then we get a little cookie, and then we are standing here, and yeah. Now we're going to sleep. And then the next morning, I open the cage, and they are not like, you bastard, you put us in the cage the whole night.
Oh,
No,
they're
they are
happy.
like, hey, we're getting free from this. Hey,
Yeah.
now we're going to
But
run
because they're
around.
really in the moment. They even don't remember you
They
put them
don't
in a
think.
cage. They don't think. Yes, but then we open a completely different new world because thinking is we also have it for some reasons, obviously.
Well, that's my next question.
Yeah. Oh, tell me. Why do we think?
Ah,
Yeah, well, that's a very good question.
what's the original meaning of the whole thinking thing?
Uh, as they say here, boo.
I don't know.
Boo means I don't know in Italian.
But
Ah, yes, I don't know. I can start a whole talk about I don't know, evolving humanity and making informed decisions and blah 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 blah. But it's all blah.
Let's
So,
try this one. Let's try this one. Because I spent a lot of thinking on this thinking.
hmm.
Let's try this one. What if it was meant to have fun?
Yeah. Oh, that would be lovely. I like it.
It's possible, right?
Yes, because then it's free, it's light, it's literally for playing, it's for enjoying more aware, more conscious.
You know
Something
what
like
brought me to this way of thinking?
that.
Like I I I I I'm still interested. Let's call it the engineering part of me. I want to know how it works. So that you got all these history books
Hmm.
and you got all these future tellers. And I just made up my mind a long time ago. And you can have a real good, nice talk with me about it if you disagree, because you may disagree. We made up the past and we make
Uh-huh.
up the future.
Hmm.
And there's a lot I can bring to the table to prove that.
Yes.
But let's say that we only, because people say, no, 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 how can you say that you just made up the past? Because this really happened and this really happened, and then you say that you were
Yeah.
not you didn't live in the Netherlands? Didn't that happen? That was also past. Did you made it up? Well, in this fluid state I'm in, I definitely made it up. But okay,
Uh-huh.
let's
Uh-huh.
say that's like true and solid. Then we have
Yes.
to agree that like the future, that's really made up.
But that's more easy to follow because it's not there yet.
Right? That's
Yeah.
if I want to get you agreeing with me that we just make it up, we make up the future. Well, my dear one, if we make it up, why would we make up something awful? It's called worry.
Worry.
I'm worried. I'm worrying.
Yes.
And then one of my teachers said, Lars, are you worried? But then you use your imagination in the wrong way.
Oops.
Oops.
Yeah.
And I'm still using it sometimes in the wrong way.
But that's
But
part of
less
you.
every day. Every day a bit less. Every day a bit less.
It's also part of Earth school, this process, and to keep worrying for some time. But I really like a lot this where we're going. So if we made up the past by all this worrying, and so and if the past doesn't exist, that means that we can create a new.
Anything.
Yeah. Esatto, in Italian. That means exactly this. We can create any past and better, well, future, well, better. It's only this moment, but with fun. Because if thinking was designed by ourselves for fun,
And this maybe sounds like we got off in a total different direction that we were
yeah,
talking
that we eat
about.
some mushrooms this morning, but we did.
But no, no, no. That's we do that to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
When we just had this conversation about intention. Like the intention of the caterpillar is to become a butterfly.
Hmm.
If he has to make up the future, why should he make up an intention that he will go into nothing, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I got the information from my crystal butterfly. He's not. He has the intention to become this marvelous creature.
Yes.
So it's all about intention. So if you first practice to set
Mhm.
your intention,
Yes.
and then you line up your thoughts in the direction of your intention, poof.
Would you say that this is what is a very popular word, manifesting?
Well, to disappoint a lot of people who are listening, we are manifesting every moment. So you don't have to learn it. You don't become better in it. You cannot practice it and then say like, oh, I really was a beginner and now I'm really a professional. No, no, no.
Okay.
You are a creator.
So
And
what
this
would this
this is
change?
this is maybe for a lot of people a bit difficult. You are the creator.
Creator. And for sure, the creator of your own
So
life.
I'm not that fond of becoming better in creation because then you step into good and bad
Hmm.
and right and wrong and stuff like that. Intention is just the direction of your manifestation, which is still not good or bad or worse or
No.
better or whatever. It is what it is. It's the
Yes.
direction of your manifestation. So the caterpillar has this direction into the butterfly.
Yes.
So what's your intention?
I knew it would come. I was just gonna say we can set any intention we want in this life. Like
That's a difficult phrase because the I think you you don't get what you want, but you get what you need. So then we have to go back in the one who is wanting. But I got your
yes,
question. When it's aligned with what we let's use that word with your purpose,
yes,
you can create anything.
yes. It's a good distinction. Yes. And if it's not aligned, I know you don't like
It
the
won't
word
happen.
too much, it
It
won't
won't
happen.
happen. I think the big thing is helping a lot these times that when the intention is like not in the direction of supporting yourself in the world,
Hmm.
it doesn't have
Yeah.
so much strength anymore.
No. So the intention to become some kind of a badass, something doing all kind of things wrong in this world will not really work
Well,
because
let's give a very practical, and I'm very curious what you think about this one. We've got people who stay like a little bit longer here.
uh-huh.
So they live in a room, but they go back. They go away from for Fala next
Mhm.
week on Thursday.
Okay. Yes.
So they're already like into this packing mode, you know? So they're already deciding what do we leave, and then we get a lot of presents, or what do we take, and because there is kind of a maximum amount that you can take in the suitcases.
Yes.
So they're already in this state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday morning, it's hot here. It didn't rain here a long time, and there
Uh-huh.
are a lot of wildfires.
Yep.
Yesterday morning, there was a knock on my door on the bedroom, and there was a big request. Lars, can you come outside because I smell smoke?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that can be like really heavy duty fire, and then the whole place burns down.
Mm-hmm.
So I smelled it. She already checked our terrain. So I hopped on the bike and I went into the direction where I thought that the smoke was coming from. And I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
find anything. Still smelling it, but like not seeing or hearing a wildfire. And there are a lot of things in place here on Sardinia that like official organizations pick up these signs.
Mm-hmm.
People are very alert on it. So
Yes.
people were already calling with those, like our neighbors already called that they smelled it, and people were already professionally looking for the reason. And I spent like 20 minutes going around.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was like, strange smell, but I didn't really got like I saw birds in every tree. I heard nature in a very calm way. It was like for me not really disturbing. It didn't
Okay.
fire me up.
Uh-huh. Literally. Yes.
Then I came back.
Mhm. Panic?
All the animals were locked up. This couple had put everything in their suitcases, so they were ready to go and flee.
Okay.
Which is, when you look in a different way to the world, a perfect procedure.
Yes.
Like really good thinking, grab your
Organized.
stuff, it
Yes.
could happen, and then we have to flee.
Yes.
I couldn't. And I was really pondering about this. Like, I'm not disagreeing what they did.
Mm-hmm.
It
No, but
was very clear a different way of acting, like my system or Juliet's systems was doing. And the dogs and the cats and the birds and the nature. And I'm always saying, like, do we live in a friendly universe
friendly universe.
or
Yes.
in a cruel universe?
Yes. And
Suppose. So now we are going to intention. The whole place would burn down and I would lose everything. Not the animals, because the animals are smart. They find their own way. They don't need me to.
no, actually, you
I'm
should
not
not lock them up, but let
exactly.
let's
That's my same. Okay, but
yes. Okay. Yes.
then I would lose everything. You know what my and I even thought about the insurance that we have. Would they pay? Would they not pay? So
Mm.
I got this like, but around this time we have to pay for a new year. So maybe we didn't pay and now the insurance is not.
Yes.
And then that calmed down. And then I went back to my intention. We live in a friendly world. So
Yes.
if it's needed that everything burns down on me, then that's it. Then that's it. Then something else will open up. Then it will guide me to. I'm really very deep into my roots. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with what will happen, and I didn't lose energy. The other couple lost a lot of energy.
Because of also trying to control the situation in some way, of course.
Yeah.
And now many times I see the pictures online that says, when you about dangerous
Mm-hmm.
levels of freedom. This is a very good example of a dangerous, which is obviously not dangerous, level of freedom. Because if you're really okay with anything, and it's easy to say to be okay with
Yep.
anything,
Yep.
but this is an extreme example because to burn all of the place and lose everything, because yes, it's also a paradox. It's a big thing, it's not that you just lose something and you pick it up the next day, but that's really a level of freedom. It's almost impossible to imagine
Yeah, and it was
for the
part of
brain.
my opening sentence to Juliet yesterday at the dinner. Like my life is getting kind of surreal. Because I mean it. My intention is really like, okay, if everything burns down here,
Yes.
that coincidence is like so big time.
Yeah, the chances are very, very low, but it could happen. I mean,
It
yes,
could
I
happen.
know. Yes, it happens. I know more people that really lost all of their house in fires. So then the intention in this is very clear that your intention is that everything is okay because we live in a friendly universe, which I totally agree. So if something is supposed to happen,
Well, I'm trying to make a point about this intention. If your
yes,
intention is not only like I thought about it, because intention is first and then thoughts come. So you cannot think about your intention. You have to create your intention with your whole system.
yes,
And I really felt okay. I really felt
yes, totally zen.
every option is so
Yeah.
it's I'm sure when people listen to it, they will say, "Yeah, but you're naive because if it would happen, you will lose your whole life and you have to start all over again." But I also can step into this realm of, oh, starting all over again. Ah,
Yes. Yes, no, but I have a massive flashback to my last year in the mountains in Kosovo, where I was lost in the mountains, that story, and in the end we were rescued by a Kosovo mountain team in the middle of the night. But that I was there and I was in this I mean this body could die. We were really in the middle of nowhere. It was freezing. It was all of that. And I was really okay.
and you hurt yourself like big time.
Also, I could not really move very well and was lying on the just on the earth in the rain. But it was not that I wanted to die or something like that, but it was I was really okay completely with anything that was going to happen because I was maybe it was like the caterpillar. I was full of confidence that whatever would happen was going to be the best for me to happen. And that's something, it's a state of, you say state of mind, but it's way more than a state of mind that
Yeah, yeah.
is impossible to explain in words. It's only you can experience it. So I follow what you
I think
say.
it's a gate. I think it's a gate. Like it's really a portal. When
Yes,
when you didn't experience something in your life that proves that you're okay with losing everything, because all the times that I was like stepping through this gate,
yes,
when I look back at it, I just gained.
yes.
I
But
lost everything that was like crippling me. So, and I know the mind or ego, the ego is like disapproving, and I also have all these stories in my head. Yeah, but what if it happens something to Juliet if she also dies in the fire? Would you agree with that one? Then I have to learn to agree with that one if I'm not agreeing with it. Because there's no other option. There's just not a other option. Because then I would leave the intention that I'm trying to be every day a little bit more, that we live in a friendly universe.
yes, otherwise you would fight, which is
Yeah,
also an option, but
yeah.
also not an option.
And it's not wrong or right or better or worse. It's
It's
just
another
how it
frequency.
works. Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Wow. How did we end up in this conversation?
Yes, we didn't really see this one coming, but it's beautiful. And it's also beautiful and very lightening up the room, literally, that we can set the intention we want.
Yeah, and it
That is in
creates for
line
me
with,
the
yes,
feeling of breathing out. Like let
yes,
it go. Like don't try to
yes,
carry or control or think about all these things that could happen.
yes. And be really one with everything, which is also easy to say and be the flow. But if you practice every day, and also I have a lot of proof for that, every day it goes a little more smooth because you
Hey,
become
and
in
I
the
and I
flow.
bought a case around my new phone. So when I drop it, that it won't break. So please, if you listen to this podcast, it's not about Oh, well, then I don't need a protector for my phone. I don't need an insurance for my car.
No,
We're not talking about those things.
no, it's different things. It's way no, but I hope that's clear that
Yeah.
it's we talk about
Yeah, but
different things.
just to mention it. Just to
Yeah.
mention it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I guess the question will arrive then.
My question to you, Annemarie, this week. What's your definition of love?
Good one. Somehow always speak about this in the end, always love, but because it's all about frequencies and love and light. So for this week, I think that love is, well, I always kind of use your words because it also goes together with awareness in about that you can set the intention that you really wish is in line with purpose. Because that you are the creator of your life is a really big thing. It also means that you cannot blame anything for anybody, but it creates literally infinite potential. Infinite. So maybe that is my definition, that love is infinite potential.
Wow.
Thank you for the question. Yes. And of course, I have one for you, Lars. What is for this week? What is awareness to you?
Well, I'm also going to use your words. The thing that pops up about this and all this surreal life that becomes fluid is one question really helps me to stay aware, tune my awareness, and align my intention. And that's the question, what would love do?
Yes.
So thank you for your definition of love, because if you ask love, what would you do? Then it's good to have a clean definition of love. And when love is like infinite potential, then the answer to the question, what would love do in this moment, is like freeing, opening up, creating space instead of funneling
Closing.
it down
Yeah.
or
Limiting it somehow.
limiting you because you want to control the outcome. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah, wow.
thank you. Oh, I
So
love
nice to
this
touch these
conversation
deeper
today.
grounds and find some words to point at it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. The best way to start the day, for sure.
We did it today, and we are going to hit the button. What about
Yeah.
next week? What about next week?
Yes, next week, yes. We're here,
We're here next week.
right? Yes, yes, we are. Yes, for sure. Yes.
For sure. Okay. Now
Yeah,
then the listeners just know that we are here next week.
we are. Yes. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.